Dangin Nira. Dam andanin uframevna. Dukloina ur ekroina. Lesson 22. Shopping and Eating. Most of the previous lessons had a heavy focus on grammar. This is necessary, as most of the grammar topics covered are so ubiquitous to everyday speech that language feels stilted and awkward without them. The remaining aspects of grammar are still important, but a little less intrinsic to casual speech. As such, we can slow the pace of the lessons down and focus on expanding vocabulary. Our first vocabulary topic is shopping. You may remember the verb dukloi, to buy. This will be very important if you want to discuss shopping. Other important verbs are eustoi, to pay for, idorgoi, to be worth, and evuzoi, to sell. As you might imagine, one of the phrases you'll be uttering most frequently will be esir idorgok. How much does it cost? One of the main categories of things you shop for is clothing. Let's learn some clothing words. Horma, shirt. Mehemka, pants. Notice that mehemka is not a plural noun. It refers to one pair of pants. Piyoya, dress. Terupa, sock. Govla, shoe. Lekruta, belt. Goidma, coat. Meswuradia, underwear. Again, this refers to a single pair of underwear. If you want to refer to clothing that legitimately comes in pairs, like socks or shoes, you use the word dana. Notice that this is just making the number 2 a noun. Similarly, itara means trio, ufulda means foursome, etc. To use this with another noun, you have to use sot. So, dana sot terupa would mean a pair of socks. Notice that this uses the collective singular. Let's go over some example sentences. Taking dolra to mean dollar, we can say, Yetamin meswaradia idorgok dan am dolra. This pair of underwear costs $20. Notice that idorgoi is a copula. Emev eustolim yetaminu itarpioye. How will you pay for these 3 dresses? Hadorg me bietamin folma, glomen sot neneb goidma eme ebe vusos idorgok hadorg ufuld am les dolra. Only today, each of the coats we sell cost only $45. Defining guptiusa as credit card, we can say, Hastitos eustoi taminu dane sot govla guptiuset. I want to pay for those shoes with a credit card. Now here we have to introduce one tiny bit of grammar. This is necessary as most of these verbs can work with a very large number of nouns. Take dukloi, to buy. There's the object you're buying, there's the person you're buying it from, there's the person you're buying it for, there's the method you're using to pay for it, and the amount you're paying. The thing bought takes the accusative. The person you're buying it for takes the dative. The method you're using to pay for it takes the ablative, and so does the amount, which can lead to a sentence with 2 instruments. Finally, the person you're buying from requires some extra work. Since the person you're buying from is an indirect object, you have to use the dative. However, this indirect object must be differentiated from the recipient of the direct object. So, you also have to use the preposition zul. Here's an example. Duklos siglu losorserg zulnen firsofi gloriserg nen mehemke guptiuse vitar am dolrev. I'm buying the pants for my son from the kind man with a credit card for $30. If you were then making this purchase in someone else's name, you'd have to throw in ispi for them. Language is complicated, isn't it? Now, what do you do with clothing once you purchase it? You wear it. So we have liafkoi, to wear. For example, defining kuyudin as special, we can say, Liafkolis sinu kuyudinu meswaradie elon vonagolis olisitnen selfa mebfaskin folma. I will wear my special underwear when I drive into the city tomorrow. The other major category of things you shop for is food. Food also comes with its own verbs. You already know ekroi, to eat. There is also deloi, to drink. You generally eat or drink when you're hungry or thirsty. In Dangin Nira, in order to express hunger and thirst, you say that you have hunger or thirst. This uses megloi, to possess. We have gigma, hunger, and saharga, thirst. So, meglos gigme would mean I possess hunger or I'm hungry. Now let's learn some food words. Alana, bread. Dvetra, meat. Yomhoma, soup. Norfota, cucumber. Dongrda, eggplant. Tedva, salt. Glandra, sugar. Duradna, vinegar. Akumna, broccoli. Maga, cheese. Ptomtelma, grapefruit. Galama, carrot. Disgusta, cabbage. Omorga, tea. Terkrkna, coffee. Dimula, oats. Pahata, chocolate. Deliciosa, caramel. Braneka, garlic. Makra, onion. Huesca, cinnamon. Vesivskura, raspberry. Mossa, grape. Refla, ice cream. We could go on for hours, but this lesson has to be of a finite length. Finally, let's cover a couple handy utensil words. Gora, fork. Vespa, spoon. Zezopta, knife. Soba, plate. Soresa, cup. One final topic, your senses, namely the big five. The word yondoi means to sense in general. Then we have pisreltoi, to see. Dirvoi, to hear. Lamnoi, to taste. Miloi, to smell. And dafoi, to feel, that is, in a physical sense. Each of these are transitive verbs describing the act of sensing. For example, lamnetek nen deliciose atin refla would mean I tasted the caramel on the ice cream. Often in English we say idiomatic things like this tastes good or that looks nice. To express this in Dangin Nira, you put kub in front of the sense verb and use it intransitively. For example, Huesca kub miluhuk toranskorg would mean cinnamon smells delicious. Notice that you use an adverb to describe the sense and not an adjective as in English. As another example, Yetamin piyoya kub pisreltok suralorg would mean this dress looks beautiful. In summary, you've learned how to talk about pairs and trios and so on, how to deal with verbs with an extra indirect object, how to talk about your senses, and a lot of vocabulary. It might help to make some flashcards and review the vocabulary presented here a few times, as you should know all these words before moving on to the next video.